Hola. Um, I'm gonna try and make this a quick video because I don't think it's something I'm excited to talk about. I don't know if it's something I'm ready to talk about, but for the few of you, um, what, like 10 people, that have been wondering if I'm okay and wondering where I've been from all of my social media and what's been going on, as of right now, at when I'm filming this, which is 1:30 in the morning, um, I am bankrupt. I have no money, I have no job, and I have no home of my own. I take full responsibility for that. There's absolutely nobody else to blame, unfortunately, because, if there was, I would love to pass on the blame. But it is all my fault, really, and that's okay. So, I wasn't wanting to talk about this, but then I figured I may as well. Um, I'm still gonna take a bit more time from social media, or while I figure out what I'm doing, and also the camera is upside down, so if I'm looking cross-eyed, which I am, maybe I'll go back here. Now you can't really tell. Maybe you can. I don't know. Yeah, I spent all my money, and it was a long time coming. I kind of knew this was going to happen. You would think I would have prepared a little bit better for this, but I didn't. There's a lot of things that contributed to this. I had enough money. I have more than enough money to avoid this, but I trusted that I'm quite good at making money, and I'm quite good at making money out of nothing. I trusted that I was going to do that, and I didn't. I am sure a lot of you know or have gathered that, I don't remember if it was the end of last year or the start of this year. It's all kind of a blur to me. It must have been the start of this year. I did lose my job, and that was fine. But then I made the decision to not work for 6 months. Which was not smart, was it? On top of that, just spending money quite frivolously, and I always justified my spending because I was never somebody that, when it came, no, I don't know how I justified it, because I spent a lot of money on everything. I would never cook at home. I only ever ordered Uber Eats. I don't drive, so I Ubered everywhere. Occasionally, I would try out the public transport, I'm not gonna lie. But for the most part, I would just Uber Eats, every single meal. Spending like $1,500 a week on food isn't ideal for one person. Taking my best friend to California this year, living in an overpriced apartment, and I do love this apartment. This is my last night here. I think I have about 8 hours left to vacate. There's just a few more things to take out, so a removalist will come and do that. I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't. I'm not sad. Well, I am sad, of course, but, I'm not upset. I don't know how to describe it. It's just weird. But I will be going back home to my mother's, which I'm actually pretty excited about because I haven't lived at home for about 9 years now. So that will be fun. That will be exciting. Although I don't know how I'm gonna handle it, because I'm used to living a certain way. But it's also going to be good for me because I think emotionally and psychologically I wasn't doing too well, which also contributed to my lack of care in how I was spending my money or what I was doing with my finances. I have less than $0. I am, in fact, in debt. How I got this debt, I'm not entirely sure. But that's a whole other story for a whole other video. What can I say? What can I say about it? I will probably be filming while at my mum's. I'll still have my bed. I've sold a lot of my stuff, a lot of unused like clothes and things like that, furniture, this and that. But I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky to have my family, and honestly, I don't know what I would do without them. I don't know what to say on this because it really is just an update. I'm moving out. It's been a very stressful time for me because I've been trying to avoid getting to this point, but it kind of was too late. So now I have to start from the ground up, and I'm not entirely upset about that because I'm a firm believer that having nothing builds character, and I kind of lost sense of my own character for a long time. So that will be good, or at least that's what I'm telling myself. If you guys want to know how I spent my money, how much, like, I won't get into how much money I was making and how much money I had and all of that, but I can get into how much money I was spending, or at least what I was spending my money on, because I wasn't being careful. I don't think I needed an assistant. I don't think I needed to invest as much money into vanity projects like my music. Although I do love making music, I think maybe I could have waited. Or I could have been smarter about that. I mean, the last song that came out, NIRVANA, most of you probably haven't even heard about because it came out by accident. It came out 2 months earlier than it should have, so none of the marketing lined up, none of the marketing made sense. Nobody really saw it, nobody really heard of it. That's something for me to figure out what I'm going to do with that and what I'm going to do about that. I really hate this lighting because it is on one side. I've been breaking out, as you can see, because I'm so stressed. But that's the least of my worries right now. I don't know. But it does mean, yeah, I think I already said this, but turning a new leaf, starting from the ground up, moving on, moving forwards, figuring out what I'm going to do. But I think I'm going to do a better job of documenting that, going from less than nothing to, like I said, I'm good at making money, and I'm good at making money out of nothing. I plan on doing that, and hopefully I can share that journey with you guys, and hopefully it's a good journey, and hopefully I don't end up worse off than the situation I'm currently in, which isn't too bad. I mean, listen, sure, I have no money, no job, and no place of my own, but I have somewhere to live. I have an amazing family that are going to help me out. And I don't even like saying that because it feels like I failed. And I haven't. I mean, I'm 23. These things happen. But I did really well for a really long time. Unfortunately, now is not that time. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do. And that will be get a job, get a 9 to 5. That will be save money, invest well, spending as much money as I did on buying an adult store that I closed and never reopened. I still have that store, and believe me, now more than ever, I am prepared to reinvest in that and make sure that it is up and running and going smoothly, and talking about that and taking advantage of the fact that I have that. I fortunately haven't had to give that up just yet. I do have some other things coming out. Merchandise. Which, it doesn't make sense that I would have merchandise right now, but give me a few months, trust me. And just other things that hopefully will get me out of this situation. I might even study something. I love to learn. We know that. My hair. I've been packing. I've got like styrofoam in my hair. I've got like knots in my hair. There's probably like all kinds of things. But that's neither here nor there. But I'm bankrupt. I'm bankrupt. I have no money. I have no job. And I am moving back home. So that's not really an ideal situation, but it's not the worst situation. And like I said, I have a great family. I'm actually really happy that I'll be able to go back home. For a while, like I said, this was a long time coming, and I've already had these discussions with my family about what am I gonna do if I can't get myself out of this situation. And I was a bit worried about not living back on my own, or living in my own like space kind of thing. But I do miss living with my family. So it's not gonna be hard by any means, and I'm really lucky. I'm really lucky to have them. I really am. But I'll get out of this. I bounce back like a rubber cat, and I've always been very, what's the word? What is the word? Resilient. I've always been very resilient. I will bounce back. I know that. But it's encouraged me to think about how I've been living, because how I've been living hasn't been ideal. It's been very, I don't want to say luxurious, but it's been very cozy. It's been very comfortable. There's been a lot of frills. I don't need frills. And I kind of didn't realize that how many frills were in my life. I just kind of was like, this is what I need to live. I need to have my Uber Eats delivered. I need to have groceries delivered at this certain time so that I don't have to worry about it. They'll just be there at the perfect time for me, and, you know, have like preset Ubers in the morning and in the afternoon and all of this stuff. To me, that was just living, but it was a huge waste of money. And it also became quite isolating, and just a lot of things I was doing was harmful to my like psyche, and I didn't realize it. And it kind of, these last few months, it kind of all came to a head, and in a lot of different ways, not just financially, but I'm glad that it did, because if it didn't, it would have only gotten worse. And I'm really tired. I'm really tired, so I don't want to keep making this video. You guys get it. I have no money. I'm gonna sort it out. I just want to be transparent, and we will, like you and me. But yeah, I guess I'm poor. I never wanted to say that about myself, but I'm poor. I'm poor and I'm struggling, but I will be fine. I'll always be fine. You just gotta roll with the punches. Take the cards you've been dealt and let those whores have it, because what else can you do? I mean, when life doesn't work out, you die, and I'm not dead yet, so I must be doing just fine. For now, I've also quit smoking, which is good, because that also was a huge waste of money. I mean, I don't even want to get into that. But I can focus now more, or I really have no choice but to focus on who I am and where I'm going, because I haven't really been going anywhere. I've been leaving a lot, slip by, and that's not really like me. So I don't know what excuses I was telling myself for the last year, but things always get better. Except for when they get worse, which is exactly what happened. Although I don't know that they got worse, because it's not that bad. It's just money. It's literally just money. And it's kind of like bringing me back down to earth. And I kind of needed that. And there was no feasible way for me to restrain myself. I have very little self-restraint. Restraint? That doesn't sound right. Oh well. But anyway, I'm bankrupt, no money. I have a home. It's not my own. But you will not be seeing me in this room ever again. Ever again. Unfortunately. You'll be seeing me on this bed, and you've probably seen too much of me on this bed. Let me tell ya. But yeah, we're gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna share that journey with you guys, because it's not a journey I've been on. So, all the trials and tribulations that come along with building yourself back up and figuring out who you are again and making all your money back. I'm determined to make all my money back. I just will. I mean, that's a given. But getting myself out of debt shouldn't be that hard, really, because it's not that much. But it was something that I wasn't monitoring, and that's not, I mean, I had my own money. I don't want people to be under the impression that I was just out here with like credit cards and loans and all of that stuff. That's not what happened at all. I had my own money, and I guess I mixed up accounts, mixed up placings of certain monies, and thought that the money that was in a crediting account was just mine, and so I just was spending it, and then plot twist, it's not, and now I have no money to just pay it back like I normally would. Just go, oh, whoops, made a mistake. Let's get rid of that, put money on that, and move it out of my life. But I'm glad, because I get to focus on what I value. My nails are fucked. My hair is fucked. My skin is fucked. And my life is fucked. What a surprise. None of us saw this coming, did we? We all saw it coming, me included. So, that's that on that. I don't know what to tell you guys. If you have any questions, message me, comment below. Send a carrier pigeon. If you're going to send a carrier pigeon, put some money in it. I'm going to need it. Not in the pigeon, tie it to its leg or something. I think that's really cruel. Don't do that, as if you guys were going to. But I'm going to go to bed, because it's my last night here, and I want to make the most of it. I've made the most of this last week, let me tell ya. Which reminds me, I should probably clean under my bed before the removalists come. I'm rambling, we know that. I ramble in every video. Why you guys are here, I don't know, but thank you for subscribing. Follow me on Instagram, jolene.dawson. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe, because things are gonna change. Things are gonna change real quick. I will be celibate. I will have no money. I won't be smoking, so I'll be very, aggressive, perhaps. But it's for the greater good. I keep telling myself, the greater good. I'm still rambling. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Follow me on Instagram. I already said all of this. I don't know how to end a video. This far in and I still don't know how to end a video. So I'm going to end it like this. Bye!